Hello, I'm Philip Duncan from Weather Watch TV on YouTube with a special update on Tropical Cyclone Jasper. This is it here on the animated map, very close to the Solomon Islands. In fact, it formed technically last night, named by the Bureau of Meteorology out of Australia, over the top of the Solomon Sea. So the Solomon Sea runs from about Papua New Guinea here over to the edge of the Solomon Islands. So it's very close to moving out here into the warmer, larger Coral Sea between Queensland and Vanuatu. Closer view of this one, you can certainly see here, Category 1, it's going to be Category 2, quite possibly by the time you're watching this video, because it's going to be at some point across today, Wednesday, rapidly becomes Category 3, severe Cat 3s and 4s. It might get to 5. It's going to be out at sea though when this happens, so that is the good news. But you see it tracks it here towards Mackay, Townsville and Cairns, and that's the area that we're keeping a very close eye on. It's a large distance, and so we've still got a bit of time to lock it in. This will be happening at some point next week. So here is the latest guidance. Here we are on Thursday's air pressure map, and this big high down here in the Tasman is the reason why we're not seeing the cyclone coming straight down anymore. We saw modelling the other week showing places like Brisbane and Sydney and even the central Tasman Sea out towards Norfolk being exposed to it. But lately, the last few days, modelling has shown this big belt of high pressure is likely to put in a bit of an invisible wall here. So it comes down and then it gets sort of pushed sideways. So anywhere from about Cairns down to about Townsville, you're really in that firing line, or even, sorry, I should say Mackay. So let's have a look at Friday, 979. It's now over the Coral Sea, away from the Solomon Sea. So it's only a small difference, but it's now further away from land, and that helps it grow larger. There's a bit of an easterly or southeasterly breeze, anywhere from about Cairns down to Mackay. By Saturday, it's getting at its deepest around this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. We think Sunday, it'll probably be at its strongest. And the good news is, that's when it's furthest out at sea, away from land, from the Solomon Islands, from Papua New Guinea, from Queensland. So it can deepen all at once out here, and it probably won't cause too many issues. By Sunday, this is when we think it's probably peaking. It could go lower than that. It could get down to the 940s. We've seen that in some of the computer modelling. Massive storm out at sea. But again, hopefully places like Mackay just getting a couple of showers, no effect by now. Although if you're a surfer, you might start to notice those swells starting to arrive. Now by Monday, this is where the big question mark is. Where does it come in and at what time? So we're going to show you two models here to give you a bit of an understanding why there is still some uncertainty. So this is a deep storm, but it has weakened. So that's good. The higher the air pressure goes, the less wind there will be. Could still be a very big rain event though, but the wind eases the more that air pressure goes up. So Monday PM, it's anywhere between Bowen and Mackay. Looks as though that's where the American modelling is saying it will come in. But let's compare that to the European modelling. I've kept on the spinning line here showing the GFS one we just showed you. So there's a bit of a difference here, and the main difference is that the European model is sort of pushing this more towards Cairns, which is a bit of a change from the American one, which is pushing it to Mackay. So that is a bit of a difference in distance, quite a big difference. And the timing is still a couple of days out between this model here and this one further down. So it's not locked in, but I think it's fairly safe to say anywhere from Cooktown to about Bundaberg, keep an eye on where this is going. Just finally, this shows you the massive area that this storm could still come in. New Zealand is 1,600 kilometres from north to south. So for any New Zealand viewers, you sort of understand this is a big distance here up in Queensland, well north of Brisbane. So the storm likely to be coming in here at some point early next week. We'll have another update on Thursday as we do our 7-day Australia only update. And of course, all eyes will be on where the storm is likely to be making landfall, but we may not really know that until this coming weekend. It could still be that far out. That is all from me for today. Thanks for your support. We'll see you again tomorrow.